Okay, Doctor, thank you for joining us today. Good afternoon. So we look forward in hearing share your thoughts on postpartum care for our new parents-to-be today.
I cannot see my face.
We can see your face.
It's okay.
Okay.
Assalamualaikum and good evening. I'm Dr.zharif, ObGyn consultant at the MetroIVF. Today topic is postpartum care about the patient info. I want to timing. Okay, our topic today is about postpartum care, especially for patient info related with the postpartum care. What is postpartum care? Postpartum period is whereby the baby deliver after the baby, where the period after baby deliver up to 6 week duration. In other way, we call that the postpartum period is postpartum care is pantang lah, kan, tempoh berpantang. So Chenho ataupun dalam bahasa Mandarinnya Chanhao, dalam bahasa Tamilnya Parasavitirkupin. I try my best lah. Okay. When we talk about postpartum care, you must understand what is happening. So what is important in postpartum care? Postpartum care is what care do for mother and baby, especially for penjagaan ibu dan anak ketika pantang is important. Okay, and at this moment, this is adaptation process, right? Why I'm saying adaptation process? First adaptation from the in life from single to married, and then after that you will accept the new family member, new responsibility first. Second, adaptation from the pregnant condition. Sebelum ni you are pregnant, so all the hormone is high, especially progesterone and estrogen high. So your body also changing, body shape changing, okay? So you punya emotional also changing. So during the postpartum period ni, what happening? All the hormone try to become in non-pregnant punya hormone. Dia akan ke arah daripada high terus jadi reduce ke arah non-pregnant, ke arah yang tidak pregnant langsung. Perubahan period. That's why they up to 6 weeks. Kajian study shows the period is up to 6 weeks because of why? Because all your hormone become to the normal backs. During the pregnant, it high to save the baby. That's why all the problem may happen during the postpartum period. This is a very crucial about your emotion, about your body shape, about your sleeping times. All this happen during the postpartum period. It's important 6 week duration. Why it happen during postpartum depression happen also during the 6 week duration. Okay, when we talk about the adaptation, so you must understand the new family member, new responsibility. This is a very important point. So next, why the postpartum follow-up is important? For first of all, we need to monitor about the mother and baby, especially the vital sign, the blood pressure, okay, the pulse rate, so any hemoglobin changing for the mother first. And then as you know, we take the neonatal jaundice, we take the bilirubin to see any neonatal jaundice. If the 1 week after delivery, it may be related with physiological jaundice. So how to encounter, because this is changing with the hemoglobin, the baby hemoglobin, from the fetus hemoglobin to the newborn hemoglobin is different, okay? So at the same time, it's also changing the jaundice. We are monitoring closely the jaundice issue. Why? We are afraid the jaundice very high, afraid affect the mental status for the baby. Okay, that's why the doctor frequently asking to give the appointment very short, 1 day, 2 day, 2 day. Okay, so at this moment yang you kena bagi the baby adequate breastfeeding. Maksudnya memang kena buat 3 hourly, 2 hourly, 3 hourly to prevent from the neonatal jaundice. Okay, don't adding any air masak. Ada setengah dia bagi air masak, tak. No. If you not adding also, is a meat yang betul-betul for newborn. Okay, so we very emphasize we very highlight mother punya breastfeeding, mother punya breast milk is very good. Okay. So first, second, to monitor the mother punya mental status. Why? So this period during the 6-week duration is a high postpartum stress and postpartum depression or postpartum blue, postpartum psychosis. Emotional. Why? Why it happened? Because of first hormonal changing. Hormonal become normal first. Second, most of the postpartum mother lack of sleep, lack of rest. Why? To breastfeed baby. That's why dia kurang tidur. Dia rasa tak cukup tidur, tak cukup exercise. So this condition yang may lead to the postpartum depression also. At the same time, the support, the family support, adequate family support, husband support, this is important. Why? That's why the mental status may affect during the postpartum period. After 6 weeks, they are already adapt with the situation. So that's why no problem, no hormone issue. So that's why the 6-week duration. That's why in Malay culture, we have a 42 untuk Jawa, 40, 36 untuk Melayu. Tak silap saya kot. Wife saya 36 dan so 42 equal to 60 dan 6 week also sebenarnya. So dia punya pantang about pantang period tu is about 42 days and 36 day. Ada 36 day, okay. So first about the monitor the mental status. Number 3, during the postpartum follow-up, what we doing? So kita akan check the luka, especially kat Metro kita akan buat apa? After you buat cesarean section tu, 1 week duration kita nak tengok monitor any wound breakdown ke tak. Tadi tu kita nak tengok the cesarean section punya wound okey ke tak. Dari segi episiotomy wound, kita buat episiotomy, kita potong. Episiotomy tu keadaan di mana the perineum bawah tu kita potong untuk bantu baby keluar juga lagi. Okay, untuk elakkan daripada buka terlalu besar. Satu. Nombor 2, dari segi perineum wound juga nak tengok how the perineum wound tu untuk improvekan daripada dia punya nak tengok adakah recovery good untuk perineum care. Okay. So first, if any wound breakdown, so we can intervene early, especially cesarean section punya wound. Tengok nampak ada wound breakdown, so we intervene early. Either we want to open back ataupun just observe. Okay, in which condition we decide based on the wound condition and the mother condition also. It doesn't mean you come jumpa tengok wound buka sikit kita terus buka, tak. Kita akan assess teliti. Either this wound is memang 2x2 sampai abdomen ke tak, dia punya wound breakdown. So first. So number 3 important examination cesarean. Episiotomy wound, kalau breakdown, rarely kita open balik and kita jahit balik, rarely. Because we encounter if you open, jahit balik semula, the wound is not strong enough to help. So dia punya recovery jadi lambat. Okay. So number 4, during the postpartum follow-up, what we are doing, we discuss back the contraception option. Contraception option tu untuk kita ada implanon, for example, we have the Mirena, we have IUCD, or any pill contraception. So when we decide to give, usually we decide at the 5 to 6 week postpartum period. At this moment, we discuss with the mother and the husband also, either you want to proceed with the long-term irreversible, for example, implanon IUCD contraception or short-term contraception. So why it's important? It's important, guys, to understand the importance of contraception. First is for family support, family economical or financial issue. Number 2 about the spacing. Okay. So about you punya kasih sayang, care about you, the yang baby yang ni bersama. Maksudnya kalau you buat kerap, kalau you terlalu rapat, apa yang berlaku? One of you punya akan lack of dia punya lack of attention. So tu yang kadang-kadang you risau takut ada attention deficit issue, right? Okay. So number 2. Number 3, what has happened? The mother punya condition tak baik lagi, and then you next year nak pregnant lagi semula. What happened? So that's why they lead to anemia in pregnancy, hypertension. So they may contribute because of your punya condition, PPH. Okay. And then number 3. Number 4, what is important of contraception is You want to is about the quality nowadays, not about quantity at all. Even though kata anak tu rezeki, but you must understand how to raise a child nowadays. Not the same like if kita punya grandfather or father punya macam mana they are raised us. Okay, that different. So number 5, during the postpartum follow-up, we will discuss, we will update the vaccination plan, the nation vaccination plan. Okay, the last one to assess whether your breastfeeding technique is good or any apa tu any important technique that we can share with you so to improve your breastfeeding technique. Okay, this is about the why important for follow-up. Okay, postpartum issue. Let's understand about the postpartum issue. This is a lot of postpartum issue. First is related with the infection. Jangkitan kuman, for example, any urinary tract infection, any kidney infection, any, for example, wound breakdown. This is postpartum infection. What the sign? If you have fever, if you have any forced smelly discharge, if you have any abdominal pain, it means postpartum period. Lepas balik tu you sakit perut sangat, sangat teruk sangat, and then you punya keputihan tu bau busuk sangat, and then ada demam. Jumpa doktor segera sebab we are afraid there is infection inside the uterus. This is important. Number 2 is the issue yang kita concern, the postpartum hemorrhage. This means excessive bleeding after delivery. Maksudnya lepas bersalin tu tumpah darah banyak. Okay. For example, hari pertama you datang, you balik mungkin 1-2 pad, tak ada masalah, no issue. Suddenly, hari ketiga, hari keempat, increasing the pad amount. So, come to seek treatment urgently. Maksud jumpa doktor cepat. Why? First, why the important? Because first we are afraid any infection inside the uterus may contribute to the postpartum hemorrhage. They may contribute the excessive bleeding after delivery. So number 2, what we are afraid, there is any blood clot, that retain blood clot not fully evacuated, means darah tu dalam darah beku dalam rahim tu tak keluar lagi. So means dia takut clot extra banyak. Nombor 3, takut any tertinggal uri ataupun tertinggal tisu kat situ. Benda jarang berlaku sebab apa? Jarang berlaku sangat. Dia boleh berlaku tapi jarang sangat berlaku. Okay. Number 3 is the issue related with the pain during the perineal episiotomy. So this norm. So pain tu sakit tu akan berlaku dekat episiotomy site up to 3 days. Usually episiotomy 3 to 5 days. Okay, cesarean section may up to 7 days, or yang paling worst boleh up because of the wound healing up to 2 weeks. Okay, wound healing, total healing, inside healing. Okay, so about the forced smelly vaginal discharge, as I mentioned before, forced smelly discharge may related with the any infection. This is we are highlight. Okay. So the breastfeeding problem, especially breastfeeding problem issue is the main issue actually. Why? Especially untuk first pregnancy. Okay, if I have time to share you how the breastfeeding technique, for next presentation, maybe in future for the breastfeeding issue, because I've encountered during my first child no, difficult juga sebenarnya, even though we know the technique, everything, but how to apply it's very difficult sometimes. Okay, you may encounter with the breastfeeding problem. Okay? So breastfeeding problem, especially untuk first child memang akan issue dari segi breastfeeding teknik, dari segi susu tak terlalu banyak, production very lax. Kat situ kita akan ada problem dari segi breastfeeding problem and breast problem. So some of them, bila breastfeeding technique issue, so dia akan lead to breast problem, swollen, infection, atau breast engorgement. Okay, number 6 is a stretch mark. So how to remove the stretch mark? So tu yang encounter. Okay, buat a stretch mark. Kalau you belum bersalin lagi, apa yang saya selalu advise my patient, you start lah pakai any ointment or any cream starting at 18-week pregnancy, 18 minggu pregnancy tu dah start pakai cream, that cream, any cream, for example yang kita I advise my wife guna warna orange punya oil, apa nama dia? Oh my god, I forgot the name. Okay, you apply any oil or any cream, lotion at the 18-week pregnancy, starting 18-week pregnancy, 18 to 20-week pregnancy starting. Why? Because masa 18 hingga 20 minggu tu perut tu baru nak nampak, baru nak kembang, baru nak besar. Kat situ you can encounter the stretch mark. After delivery, you nak encounter stretch mark. Very difficult actually. Can, but very difficult. It takes time. So, another is a hemorrhoid and constipation. So, about hemorrhoid and constipation, so most of the pregnant women may encounter constipation. Why? Kenapa? Dari segi pemakanan. First, you mesti makan yang high fiber diet with the good hydration. Okay. So, any urinary or fecal incontinence. Okay, this is the issue. Another one is related with any urinary tract infection. Kalau urinary incontinence may be associated with urinary tract infection. If you are encounter with a fecal incontinence or urinary incontinence, seek the treatment. Find a doctor. We want to examine back at the perineum region any problem, any issue. Hair loss. Hair loss is common. Okay. Most of my patients akan tanya, doktor, kenapa rambut gugur, macam mana nak buat? Because why? Because you must understand your hair is related with the hormone also. So this time you akan berlaku hair loss ni, it's not permanent, it's a temporary. Up to 6 weeks, after 6 weeks may recover back hair loss because of all your hormones start to become a normal back at this time. And postpartum depression. Postpartum depression is one of the issue. So postpartum depression is a serious condition. I have one case yang postpartum depression in commit suicide. This is very, very dangerous. Guys, if you encounter any stress, if you have encounter any mood swing, any sadness, and then affect you punya mental, seek the treatment. Okay, discomfort during sex. Okay, is one thing. So that's why we are advised to start any sexual intercourse maybe up to 3 weeks onward, the earliest, or 6 weeks after that lah. So difficult regain your pregnancy. Yes, it's most of the pregnant women encounter. That's why we emphasize exercise. You can do exercise and then good and healthy diet. This is postpartum issue. Right. Okay. Today we share about husband role and wife role during postpartum care. Okay. Sometimes husband is the important person during the postpartum care. First, dari segi religion practice lah, as a Muslim, after delivery kita kena azan, tahniah, syukur of sedekah, and cukur rambut, akikah, and beri nama is important. Okay. So number 2, register baby name at JPN. Okay, why important, guys? I nak tell you this is important. Online appointment, please do, and then book your appointment before delivery. Why? Already full up to February. Last I register my kid yang baru bersalin Adam Korni ni bulan 9 hari tu. I register bulan 5 baru dapat hari untuk bulan 10. So siapa yang belum register, this is a website and you can register and make a temu janji untuk where you want to do the JPN. Because of kelewatan more than 2 months, dulu 1 month, 2 months dia baru denda lah. So you must register, jangan walk in, tak ada walk in. You walk in tak dapat masuk langsung. Okay, so you must register untuk buat appointment kat JPN. So this is a borang-borang yang akan kita bagi. Jangan risau, tak perlu salin, nanti saya akan share my ebook also. So borang-borang, borang ni kita akan provide, selalunya hospital Metro akan tulis barang-barang yang apa yang perlu, checklist semua yang perlu, dan you are prepared for this checklist before going to JPN. So guys, please book the appointment early because appointment already full, memang dah full untuk JPN, untuk pendaftaran nama. Okay. Number 3, husband punya role, provide and support wife breastfeeding. Maksudnya dia prepare equipment yang perlu, breast pump, milk booster, okay, milk container, storage, okay, or plastic and breastfeeding bag, And the important one is emotional support and motivation. Okay, I want to highlight about the breast pump tu actually is a depend on you punya kesesuaian. You nak guna yang mahal ke ataupun yang murah ke, it's up to you. Tapi kadang-kadang you beli yang mahal tapi tak sesuai, suction dia tak berapa kuat, so everything you nak beli yang dual suction pun boleh. Okay, so milk booster we have a lot of milk booster actually. For example like sayur bayam, for example is kita ada lobak putih, lobak merah. Okay, kita ada coklat, durian, semua milk booster and we talk about kurma, madu, susu. Okay, this is a milk booster. At the same time, you can maintain hydration. Maksudnya kena cukup minum air. Air ni at least 1.5 liter per day or 2 liter per day. To give you punya breast to good milk production. Okay, so you nak tengok macam mana you tengok you punya breast milk, macam mana dia production. Satu, related with the breastfeeding, you kena buat, you kena ada timetable, frequent. Maksudnya kalau you buat 4 hourly to maintain your brain nak beritahu, hello, this is at the time dia kena keluar milk production. So breast dia akan beritahu, okay, dah kena prepare untuk breast production. That's why kena ada schedule. Jangan ganggu, jangan tak ada schedule. Maksudnya kalau you buat breast milk pukul 2 petang, next lagi 4 jam, pukul 6. You nak buat macam tu lah after this, 4 jam, pukul 10. Maksudnya every 4 hour or every 3 hour lah. If you have time, 3 hour lah. If you don't have any time, you may buat 4 hour or up to 6 hour. Maksudnya 4 hour. Okay, depend untuk maintain the milk production. So the milk production is important. Okay, so your breastfeeding technique is important also untuk have the breastfeeding punya production also. Ada soalan tak? Okay, taking care of baby together. Okay, I want to highlight with husband also. Sometimes bila you nak support dari segi breastfeeding, emotional, depression, semua pada untuk rest, just give sometimes taking care the baby together also. Why? Doing the baking, untuk mandikan baby, changing the pampers or cuci botol susu is important. Okay, so you must number six you must aware any problem, any changing in wife punya problem. I have one case yang alhamdulillah husband dia dapat alert yang kenapa dia punya wife ni nampak lain macam, nampak macam nak marah, nampak macam sedih, mood swing macam rasa pasal sebelum tu dia dah beritahu kat husband dia yang dia sakit telinga lepas dia demam, tiba-tiba mood dia swing, terus jadi teruk, and then mula-mula husband dia ingat kena santau lah, kena buat benda semua everything, tapi the best part husband dia buat apa, husband dia bawa pergi jumpa doktor terus. Rasa macam pelik lah, takkan ada orang nak bomoh dia semua everything tu, dia bawa jumpa doktor. What we found out, there is a postpartum punya otitis media, infection dalam bidang telinga, tak tahu macam mana dapat kan, end up sampai dalam kat brain, ganggu dari segi, dia bukan related dengan psychological, in fact dari segi benda lain. Maksudnya sebab tu important kalau you nampak any changing in behavior dekat mother punya, you punya wife behavior, seek the treatment early. Because why? We may rule out other cause. This is another condition that I encounter. So maksudnya kita apa benda berlaku, takkan ada orang macam yang kita check, jumpa psychiatrist kata most likely postpartum flu, postpartum depression. So bila kita tengok dalam telinga memang ada nana keluar dari telinga. This is another condition yang I pernah encounter. Okay, so support family is important about the family planning or contraception method. So husband, please give the permission or discuss properly with the wife, because yang pregnant tu wife, yang sakit badan, yang berat itu adalah wife. So important untuk husband to support, to discuss the contraception technique untuk wife. Financial memang you yang control juga sometimes. Okay, so at the same time accompany the wife and baby during the postpartum checkup, because you want to know the progress. Okay, good. If you encounter and then at the same time your wife akan rasa happy, ada orang yang company, dia punya depression, dia punya stress akan reduce, it's important. Okay, and then the last one, provide the good environment and place. For example, you preparekan good condition, good environment untuk dia rehat juga sebenarnya. Bila dia cukup rehat, depression kurang. Bila dia cukup rehat, milk production bagus. Bila dia cukup rehat, dia akan dapat exercise yang bagus, Dan bila dia cukup rehat, your baby pun sihat. Okay. Why? Okay. Untuk wife role pula during the postpartum period, first you make sure you did the exclusive breastfeeding if possible. Okay. So because the breast milk is the best one for immunity, for the baby health also is important. And eat the healthy diet. If you nak follow pantang punya pantang punya makanan severity, you can follow actually sebenarnya. And then adequate rest and sleep if possible lah. So make sure you have adequate rest and sleep because to prevent any depression and stress, and body massage also. So body massage ni it doesn't mean you nak kena buat body massage tu yang kuat tak, just untuk relieve you punya muscle stress kadang-kadang. Okay. So untuk perut caesarean section memang kita tak advance langsung lah. Memang kita tak advance, jangan musik kat bahagian perut punya massage, cuma buat sendi-sendi, lim-lim semua boleh massage. Okay. So untuk pantang depend on your punya religion or you punya race, macam mana the weight of dia punya pantang. Ada orang kena pakai, if selagi tidak memudaratkan boleh. Contoh for example yang memudaratkan, ada setengah pantang tu dia kata mitos kot, mitos. If you minum air masak banyak, dia akan menyebabkan rahim tu berair. This is mitos. Okay, this mitos. Why? Bila you tak minum air masak banyak, apa berlaku? Satu is dari segi milk production totally drop. Number two, what is happen is you akan risk untuk dapat deep vein thrombosis. Apa tu? Maksudnya darah beku kat kaki. Darah kat kaki ni bahaya, boleh menyebabkan tersumbatkan ke paru. So bila tersumbat kat paru tak dapat oksigen, menyebabkan kematian. Kat situ risau. So remember hydration is very important. Adequate hydration untuk improvekan you punya condition. So if you stress, please reduce the stress or talk to people yang you rasa comfort untuk share. Okay. So you can wear the pad or sanitary to monitor the blood clot. You can use the sanitary pad or tampon. Tampon yang boleh guna sebenarnya actually is also another way yang boleh guna tampon. And then you boleh guna yang betul kalau untuk hygiene punya condition you boleh guna apa tu pakai buang punya panty, okay? You boleh beli dekat 70 ada jual, 70 dekat farmasi ada jual. Okay, so aware any bleeding increasing and then highlight to the doctor to seek the treatment. And personal hygiene is important guys, so memang jaga kebersihan, especially nipple punya hygiene. So kalau you tak jaga nipple punya hygiene, they may lead to infection to the baby also. Always communicate with husband or any family member if any problem or needed. So apa yang keperluan yang perlu ataupun apa yang berlaku masalah, you kena highlight dengan husband. Exercise, what the earliest exercise you boleh buat untuk normal delivery. Paling awal you boleh buat exercise, like exercise is up to 3 days. Untuk cesarean section after 7 days kita advise lah. So exercise macam mana, contoh boleh buat betul pelvic floor exercise. You boleh buat apa tu, you boleh buat brisk walk, jalan sikit, okay, buat yang guna bola sikit, tak ada masalah. Dan untuk bikin apa bagusnya exercise, what is important exercise? First, untuk reducekan your stress. Number two, untuk regain balik your body shape. Maksudnya dah gemuk balik semula, tu regain balik semula. Number three, what is important of exercise is untuk reducekan punya weight. Right? The another one is compliant with all the medication yang kita bagi, especially hematinic, ubat tambah darah. And then at the same time kita akan bagi juga ubat cairkan darah, any heparin or flexin to prevent the deep vein thrombosis, prevent darah beku kat kaki. Last one, if any follow up, please come and visit us. This is checklist yang I shared same juga. So I just highlight again the summary. For first, for this duration, this era, so you must limit the visitor. First, why important limit? You can good rest and less contact in the COVID-19 patient. Just highlight to the family member that you want to see us after pantang lah. Untuk limit the visitor. Okay, limit the visitor is important. Hygiene is important. I already highlight the hygiene. Get help. And if you tak boleh, you get help any maid ataupun family, your parents untuk bantu dari segi cleaning and you punya meal. And follow up, follow any follow the doctor instruction. About legs, what is important in legs, to prevent any leg edema, to reduce the leg swelling. Maksudnya masa pregnant you akan kaki bengkak, okay? So how to reduce the leg swelling after pregnant? So this is the way. Maksudnya letak bantal dekat bahagian kaki, kat bagi nak tidur kat bantal sikit. So dia akan kurangkan, surutkan all the leg swelling. Okay? And then boleh mandi, kalau paling bagus mandi yang warm water. Why? Because untuk refresh, relief. Okay? At the same time, you boleh buat seat bath. Maksudnya dekat bahagian vagina tu kita panggil untuk bagi warp saja dekat vagina punya bahagian faraj tu, you bagi warp air tu, bagi warp, bagi warp macam steam, macam sauna punya condition, bawah tu bagi air, dan kena air panas, bagi warp saja naik. Why? Untuk healing, untuk fast healing dekat bahagian vagina, perineum region tu, untuk jadi lagi stormy wound tu jadi lagi cepat sembuh. Okay, any lotion you can apply untuk fade the stretch mark. Kita sampai 30 minutes saya cakap. Okay, the last, another one is eat the healthy diet lah, or the food, vegetable. So wear supportive bra is important juga. Why? You jangan guna ketat punya bra. Why? Dia akan jadi you punya reproduction akan terganggu juga. At the same time, dia akan jadi pain dekat bahagian you punya breast. Okay. At the same time, cream, apply any nipple cream if ada you nampak for sore nipple ataupun any sakit tu you apply lah. Drink a lot of water, just appointments, follow up, continue. Talk with the people if you are sadness or any depression. Call for help if you have any problem. And then taking care yourself and your baby is important, guys, untuk give a new energy, especially. And if you have any constipation, all the constipation drug you can eat. So talk to your doctor will give any constipation drug, example like kita ada lactulose, kita ada liquid paraffin. So this is one the important one lah. Make the time for you and ask for help when you need that lah. Ask for help lah, it's important. Kalau you rasa jangan duduk bersendirian, dan first of all jangan share your problem with others, is important. That's all from me.
Thank you so much, Doctor, for the valuable information that you have shared with us. There is some question coming in the Q&A box. Doktor ada masa ya untuk jawab?
Ada.
First question is, what would be the extra care or precaution for first pregnancy in the mid-30s?
What will be extra care? 35, mid-30 means more than 35 years old.
Yes.
Okay. First of all, extra care and precautions for the first pregnancy. Okay, for first pregnancy, what is the extra care that, especially more than 30 years old, 35 years old? So start from the antenatal care. If you want to talk about the antenatal care, what the extra precautions? First of all, you must know if you are pregnant more than at the age of more than 35 years old, you should have any detailed scan or any trisomy or any chromosomal scan, chromosomal blood screening, or we call that is a triple test or quadruple test, or an ICT or an ICT. This one is to detect any Down syndrome, any Edward syndrome, any Turner syndrome. This one is important, okay? Any Patau syndrome. So all the syndromic, because in the age is a chromosomal abnormality, this age. Extra care. Number two, you just be prepared if you are pregnant after 35 years old, especially. So you have risk of first is hypertension. Number two, second is you have risk of diabetes also during the pregnancy. Number three, your pregnancy is similar with others also, but it's an extra care, and you must highlight about the emotional issue. You more sensitive compared than the emosi more sensitive compared than the teenage pregnancy. Okay, so number four, you make sure you have a good antenatal care, good sleep, good rest, and good sleep. Sleep means you kena tidur sebelum 12:30 malam, and at least you punya sleeping time tu 6 to 8 hour, right? Number 4. Number 5, so kita extra care. So another extra care yang kita boleh advise to eat the healthy diet lah. So don't worry guys, the first trimester you akan rasa food craving yang teruk sangat. Ada setengah orang dia akan dapat food craving yang macam oh my god, food craving teruk sangat. Okay, ada setengah orang tak ada food craving. So eat apa yang suka, just control you punya gula. Jangan terlalu banyak sangat gula you makan. Okay, what is a dangerous gula? It's risk untuk, ada risiko untuk baby meninggal dalam perut. Try you can that, this is we are afraid kalau gula terlalu tinggi. Okay, untuk age, okay, this is important. Answer. Postpartum care ni nanti I akan bagi ibu dan risau, saya akan bagi dekat organizer untuk share ibu with you all dekat email. What food to avoid during the after delivery, is it safe to take jamu? Hi Puan Komala, thank you for question. So for jamu, okay, there is no research or any study related to jamu. Jamu ni apa? Jamu is related with any kayu, any traditional medication. So I'm not very emphasized for jamu actually. Why? Because I takut dia affect the breastfeeding, affect the breast milk. Yang tu kita risau. Kena ingat apa yang kita makan, what we eat now, what we eat will affect the milk production, milk quality. You makan durian, anak pun akan rasa durian sikit. Mungkin tak ada sign evidence. I've seen because I tengok my wife makan pedas-pedas sikit, tengok my kid rasa macam dia punya najis tak berapa menarik sangat. Faham tak? Kat situ you akan tengok you makan apa, what you eat, your baby punya breast milk akan effect. So we are afraid the jamu will affect the baby condition yang lead to jaundice, lead to baby jadi rasa tak bagus. This is important, jamu. Okay, it's about jamu. I tak berapa advice untuk jamu. If you nak makan after 6 weeks duration, after you dah lepas pantang, you just untuk balik regain your shape. Mungkin if tak dangerous, you punya head lah. Saya tak ada no kajian or no scientific evidence that say jamu is a safe. If you want to take after 6 weeks, after 6 weeks of pregnancy. So I'm not very I'm not very empower untuk take jamu lah. So what are the food to be avoid during the postpartum period? Okay. Actually, during the postpartum period, the condition is a fast food lah. You must avoid high sugar diet. You can avoid. Okay. At the same time, what is a food yang you should avoid is the food that rich with the iodine, which means for example macam ikan sardin. Nanti try to avoid juga lah sebenarnya. I tak highlight sebenarnya ikan tuna. Sebab apa? They contain of high mercury, bukan iodine, mercury. So high mercury will affect you punya wound healing also. This important yang kita ikan parang, if I not mistaken, another one yang kita try to emphasize. Because any food yang related with mercury, especially seafood, mercury, what is a mercury? High mercury food. So you try to avoid lah. So another one is a fast food or any sugar, high sugar food lah. Is the speed of recovery depend on the age? Okay, good. Yes, there is a research related with the age. If you teenage, young age and compare with the age of 35 years old, age is play a main role. Why? First, dari segi punya immunity badan, hormone level, dari segi punya all general organ punya function. This is important. Age increasing, you punya recovery punya condition is reducing. Okay, any question?
Okay, doctor. There's one question there. Is the speed of recovery depends on age? I mean, I think she means the recovery from labor.
Ada jawab tadi.
Oh, dah jawab.
Okay. Memang depend on age, means
okay.
If your age increasing, speed recovery will reducing.
Okay, doctor.
It doesn't mean 100% will reducing lah.
Okay. Is there any last words, doctor, for the participant today? And if they have any questions, Can they contact you in any other way?
Okay. My last word, postpartum period or pantang period is an important one. Why? I'm worried about the postpartum depression. So if you have encountered any depression or stress, please are familiar that the people with you are comfort to share your problem. Okay, because postpartum period is another one of the maternal mortality. And then please compliant with the doctor follow up, because during the follow up, doctor will assess your mental status also. Maybe you tak nak cakap dengan people, tapi doctor will assist help your wife also during the postpartum period and understand her. Okay.
Okay, doctor. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, doctor. We hope to see you again.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Okay, so thank you everyone for joining us today for our bfmum antenatal webinar in collaboration with Hospital Wanita Metro. So we come to the end of the session where we will be mentioning the question for the grand prize winner of Pigeon's new award-winning Go Mini Breast Pump worth 427 ringgit. The question is, how much does the motor of the Go Mini Breast Pump weighs? How much does the weight of the motor of the Pigeon's Go Mini Breast Pump weighs? Y'all may mention the answer on our bfmum Facebook page by mentioning it below today's event poster on the wall. And please do like our page as well, as we have more antenatal webinar session coming in next month. So lastly, thank you again for joining us.